Welcome to another episode of For the Love of Chiropractic. I'm your host, Dr. Robert Freeman. I've been in practice for over 30 years, and I continue to work in a $1 million practice that I built, ran, and sold. I've taught, lectured, and coached our profession, and helped so many chiropractors build the practice and the life of their dreams. And now, I want to help you do the same. So here's today's show. We're going to spend time today talking about the most important position in the office. Okay, I know all of the positions are important, but specifically there's one position in the office, one person, one employee, one teammate who makes or breaks everything that happens from the moment the patient first contacts the office. That person is your front desk person. They are arguably the most important member of the team because, as I like to call them, not your front desk person, they are the director of first impressions. Regardless of the size of your office, this person needs to know how to do everything in your office, or at the very least know and understand the mechanics of how every piece of the office operates. There are all of the front desk duties and procedures like answering the phone, making appointments, greeting the patients, reviewing the intake forms. They set the mood with their proper attitude. Also, that new patient sees how other patients are greeted, treated, and how their needs are met on a daily basis in the office. The new patient also sees how payments are handled as they see people coming and going. Beyond just the front desk duties, the front desk person also controls the entire office during office hours. They know who's in a rush, who needs to get in, who needs to get out, who needs to use the bathroom before they see the doctor or do some other procedure. This person is absolutely running the ship, and the successful doctor goes to work for a great front desk person during office hours. So on today's show, we're going to talk about who is the right person and how do we go about training them so that they own each of the procedures for everything that goes on in the office, whether they're doing it personally or not. The right person is confident, they're competent, they're warm, they're friendly, and they are absolutely professional. So let's start with, where do we find this person? There are several great places to look. Number one, if you're a coffee person, your favorite coffee shop, the baristas make fantastic front desk people. Waitresses in some of your favorite restaurants, or even the hostess at your favorite restaurants. All of these people are fantastic at the front desk in a chiropractic office. Why? Because they're used to working in a fast-paced, busy environment, multitasking, and giving customer service. We're looking for somebody who's excellent with customer service, not necessarily has a medical background. Maybe they've always wanted to get into the healthcare field, so working in some sort of doctor's office makes sense and appeals to them with where they want to go professionally. But we're not looking for someone who's worked the medical office front desk for years and years and sits behind that sliding glass door, can I help you? And slams the door after they talk to the person. We're looking for the person that has that warm, wonderful phone voice, smiles naturally, and just wants to help people. So when I go into any of these places, like my favorite coffee shop, like one of my favorite restaurants, I always make sure I have my business cards with me. And if I absolutely love the service that I get, I will simply ask the person things like, how long have you been working here? How do you like it? What do you like? What do you not like? I'm doing a mini job interview as they're waiting on me. They probably don't know it's a job interview. They're just doing their job. And if they answer all those questions correctly, I'll ask them, have you ever considered working in a doctor's office? Because I'm Dr. Freeman and I would love to have somebody like you working with my team. And don't press them for a yes or no right then and there. Give them the card. You know what? If you're interested, reach out. Here's the office phone number. Ask to speak to me personally. I'd love to set up a time to interview you. You'll find out very quickly whether they're interested or not. And even if they're not interested, the person will be thrilled that you at least cared enough to ask them and you thought enough of them and the job that they were doing. And that's always fantastic also. Another place to find these people, I'm a huge fan of the online job sites. There's several of them, and they go through cycles of what's more popular and what's less popular. Again, customer service. You can look under chiropractic assistants, who's advertising and putting a resume there. That's fine. but we're really looking for the right person for this specific position. Obviously, you want to speak to the person, whether it's in person or on the phone. I want to hear their phone voice. Who are they showing up as? Because again, as the director of first impressions, man, that says a lot about your office and just sets the tone. So once you've got the right person, whether you're hiring them now or they're already there, a member of the team, that's awesome. There's several training points that we want to make sure that they absolutely own. They're killer. They got it. The number one thing is answering the phone. Well, everybody says, well, I know how to answer the phone. But do you know how to answer the phone in this office? So how do we do that? Number one, you sit up straight. You put a smile on your face and you say, "Thank you for calling Freeman Chiropractic. This is Robert speaking. How can I help you?" The smile comes through the phone. You can hear it on my voice on this recording. You know whether I'm smiling or not smiling because it comes across, and that changes the warmth and the interaction. And the voice on the phone says, "I need to make an appointment to see the doctor." Well, you don't want this person to say, "Well, have you been here before?" Oh my God, this person could be the person who has been a patient for 20 or 30 years and now they're not even recognized for who they are. So the experienced front desk person says, "When was the last time you saw the doctor?" And immediately you're going to know whether it's a new patient. "Oh, I've never seen the doctor before." Or let's say, "Oh, I was just there Friday. I just need to make my appointment for next week." Okay. Or they're going to say, "Oh, it's been a while. I'm not really sure. I think it's been a week or two." And a week or two usually means 6 or 7 months. It's been that long because people just forget sometimes. And the front desk person says, "No problem." And then they can take care of it. Because now they understand the type of appointment that needs to be set up. Is it a regular visit? Is it a reactivation? Is it a new patient that will require a significantly longer history, examination, possibly imaging studies that need to be done or ordered? And then knowing that, we then go through the process of actually setting up the appointment. The way that we do that is not, "So when do you want to come in?" Oh my God, now we're playing a guessing game of open times and good days or bad days. We use a rule that's called the 2 choices rule, and it works beautifully. If anybody here has children, you know you wouldn't ask a child, "What do you want for breakfast?" Because immediately their mind goes, "I want ice cream and I want cake or I want apple pie." No. What do you want for breakfast? Do you want eggs or oatmeal? 2 choices, and either choice is fine. We don't care which one they pick. So would you like an appointment today or later in the week? Oh, later in the week. Are you thinking morning or afternoon? Oh, it needs to be a morning appointment. Okay, I could do a Wednesday morning or a Friday morning, which would work better for you. Wednesday. Perfect. I could do 10 or 11:30. We've 2 choices, and we've brought them in for a nice soft landing to where they need to be. The very next question is, how were you referred to our office? Because most of our patients are referred by other patients. We want to get the necessary information, but get them off the phone, frankly, as fast as possible. I know some doctors will want to start taking a history right on the phone. Oh, is it so you were referred by your attorney? So what happened in the accident? What part of your body was injured? Does all that really matter? Let's get the person the appointment, get your front desk person back to work doing other things, and get that person on with their day. We do want to ask them, "Do you know where our office is located?" And whether they say yes or no, I don't care. You're going to tell them anyway. "Oh, you know where the office is located? Awesome. So you know that we're at the corner of Smith and Jones Street, right across the street from the McDonald's on the corner," or whatever it is, whatever the great landmarks are. "And we have parking right in front of the building. Our office looks straight out at the grocery store, XYZ grocery store." And they'll either say, "Thank you very much," or, "Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, now I know exactly where you are." Perfect. Fantastic. So we're going to see you Wednesday morning at 11:30. Now, we work very hard to run right on time. So if you'll get to the office by 11:15, there'll be some paperwork for you to fill out, because I'm going to work to make sure that you're sitting with the doctor at 11:30. You have just set the expectation. We run on time. We are efficient. We are proficient. We are professional. In today's world, if there's the opportunity for the person to fill out any paperwork or intake forms online, they can print it out and bring it in, or a lot of offices now have a secure website where they fill out all that information. Even better. And if they do that, wonderful. Then I'll just need you to get here by 11:25 again, because by 11:30 you'll be with the doctor. They know that's what they should expect to happen. So now it's Wednesday, 11:15, 11:20. A person comes pulling up. The front desk person doesn't recognize the car. Somebody gets out and is looking around. It's probably the new patient. We have that information. We know that. They walk in the door and the person is looking around, and your front desk person will stand up or put their hand out and say, "Hi, you must be Susie Smith. I spoke to you on the phone. We're glad you're here. Did you have any problem getting here?" Warm, friendly, and professional. You brought the paperwork? Fantastic. Have a seat right over in that chair, and in the next 10 minutes, I'll have you back with the doctor. Or, oh, you didn't bring the paperwork? No problem. Just need you to fill out these forms and go through and explain them. Escort them to what we call the new patient chair, where they can see what's going on and really get a feel for how the office runs. And again, as soon as you're done, just bring them right back to me. Friendly, warm, and professional. And with all this going on, this fantastic front desk CA is also going to be helping regular patients coming in for their appointments sign in. "Hey, great to see you today, Sue. Bob, it's good to see you. How's your day going?" We never ask them how they're feeling. We don't have the front desk ask how you're feeling, because that makes it all about pain. And clinically, legally speaking, anything that the patient says to your front desk person, you are legally responsible for. So if they say, "I'm having a headache, my neck is hurting, I slept funny, I did this, I did that," it is your CA's responsibility to make sure that gets into the chart, because medically and legally, you're responsible for it. If they just happen to say, "Oh, how are you?" because that's the polite thing that we all say in conversation, and don't relay it to you, guess who's in trouble if it's something that's clinically relevant? So I'm a huge fan of greetings like, "Great to see you. How's your day going? How's work? How was school today? How were the kids? How was the soccer tournament over the weekend?" I like when the front desk and the staff are involved in the patient's lives, because, we're going through this process together of helping them get better, feel better, stay better, become really healthy. And what's going on in their lives really is relevant. A great front desk CA will actually get to learn the car a person is driving if you have an office that you can drive up to and the parking lot is right in front, because she can start to pull the chart, prepare the office, get the computer checked in for the patient, so their flow through the office is that much faster, that much smoother, better and better all the time. Think about it for a minute. How does it feel to you if you walk into your favorite coffee shop, the place you go almost every day, and you order the same drink almost every day? How would it feel to you if you walk right up to the counter, and the barista says, "Morning, Doc, it's great to see you. I've already placed the order for your regular. Did you want anything else today?" "Oh my God, no, thank you. That's awesome. All right, here you go, Doc. It's your normal $3.50 or whatever the coffee is. It'll be right up." You feel like this place loves me and appreciates me, and this is the best coffee shop in the world. And that's what I want patients saying about your office. I know you have a great doctor. I know you have a great chiropractor, but not like mine. Oh, my place is amazing. That's what we want them saying and thinking and feeling and referring to. It's the front desk person who sets the mood and the tone for the office. Let's face it. If the front desk is working the way that it should, and the patients are coming back happy, and we walk into a room and the patient has had a good experience just with the front desk, they're easier to deal with. We can help them more efficiently and more thoroughly with the healthcare issues they came in for, whether it's a routine adjustment, a maintenance visit, or we're working on an acute issue, working to get them back to a pain-free lifestyle so we can then talk about maintenance care. That's where it needs to be. And if the front desk is having a good day, and the incoming patient is having a good day, and the doctor's in a good place, your floor staff is going to be in a great place also. Those floor CAs who help with all the other procedures, suddenly the office is effortless ease, and it flows and everybody's happy and having a great time and it works beautifully. All because of the director of first impressions. As a final note on this episode, I also want to take a minute and talk about catching people doing things right. So when you're doing your thing and you're bebopping through the office and seeing patients and doing adjustments and high-fiving the other docs in the office in the hallway because people are doing great and complimenting the CAs, make sure you compliment that front desk person, that director of first impressions, because I guarantee somebody's walking into the office having just fought traffic, some idiot cut them off, they missed the exit, they missed the turn lane, they had to sit through one more red light, and when the front desk person said, "Hey, Steve, it's great to see you today. How's your day been going?" Steve may unload how bad traffic was, or he'll just say, "Oh, it's fine." And the warm, professional, loving smile starts to change his mood. And at some point, the patient is going to say to you, "Doc, man, do you know how lucky you are? That person at your front desk is just awesome. And I just walk in here, and just walking in, I start to feel better. Your office is my feel-good place." If you haven't had patients say that to you, then you've got a great opportunity coming if you apply the things that we've just talked about today. Because when all this is doing what it should be, your office flows with effortless ease, and providing fantastic chiropractic health care fills your soul and makes everybody happy and makes the world a better place to be. All right, and that's our show for today. If you have a question about today's show or your own practice, feel free to reach out at fortheloveofchiropractic.com. Before making changes to your practice, be sure to seek legal advice regarding those changes and regulations in your state. For the Love of Chiropractic is an RGF production, all rights reserved. And thanks for listening. Original music provided by Hunter Rich Music.